Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am teacher Ahmed and today we are going to talk about the present perfect tense for ninth grade module number 6. So let's get started. So here we have an example. I have been in London for 2 years. So have been, it is the present perfect وهي المضارع التام. So the affirmative form الحالة المثبتة, if the subject is I, we, you, they or any plural noun إذا كان الفاعل ضمير جمع أو أي اسم جمع we add have, and if the subject is singular he, she, it or any singular noun إذا كان الفاعل من ضمائر المفرد أو أي اسم مفرد we add has plus past participle form هو التصريف الثالث, and we add full stop. So here we have the subject plus the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb هي أفعال المساعدة has or have, then the main verb. So here we have an example. They have read many books. They have read many books. So here we add have. Why? Because the subject is plural لأن الفاعل جمع, and here it is the past participle form read, 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 and we can construct it to they've read, they've read. Another example, he has read many books. He has read many books. So here we add has. Why? Because the subject is singular لأن الفاعل مفرد, and the past participle form of read is read, and we can construct it to he's read many books. Okay guys, now let's move to the question form حالة السؤال. So here we have the affirmative form. Here we have an example about the affirmative form. I have been in London for 2 years. إذن هنا لدينا مثال على الحالة المثبتة. Okay, so here we just replace between the auxiliary verb and the subject. إذن هنا نبدل بين الفعل المساعد والفاعل. So it becomes have I, and here we add at the end of the sentence question mark ونضيف علامة سؤال. So the form is have plus I, we, you, they or any plural noun. إذن الهاف مع ضمائر الجمع أو أي اسم جمع. Has plus he, she, it or any singular noun. إذن ضمائر المفرد أو أي اسم مفرد, plus the past participle form التصريف الثالث, and then we add the question mark. So here we had at the beginning the auxiliary verb فعل المساعد, then subject, then the main verb and the question mark. So here we have an example. Have they read many books? Have they read many books? And if we get started the question by have or has, so the answer is yes or no question. إذا بدأنا السؤال بهاف أو has تكون الإجابة إما نعم أو لا. So here yes they have or no they haven't. Here we have another example. Has he read many books? So the answer is yes, he has, or no, he hasn't. Now let's move to that WH question. So here we're using or by using what, where, when, which, and who or how. So here we have the same form, نفس الشكل, have or has plus subject plus main verb and the question form. Just we add at the beginning إذا نضيف فقط بالبداية ال WH question. فقط نضيف ال WH question. For example, where have they read books? Where have they read books? Okay guys, but here we need full sentence. So the answer is full sentence. إذا هنا الإجابة تكون جملة كاملة. So they have or they've read books in the library. They've read books in the library. So the difference between WH question and question, if we get started with have or has, the answer is yes or no. And if we get started with WH question, so here we need the answer is full sentence. تكون الإجابة جملة كاملة. Now let's move to the negative form. الحالة النفي. So here we have an example about the affirmative form. I have been, just we add not. So it becomes I have not been. So not we added between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. Then نضيف الفعل. نضيف not بين الفعل المساعد والفعل الرئيسي. And we can construct it to I haven't. So here we have I, we, you, they, or any plural noun plus have, or he, she, it, or any singular noun ضمائر المفرد أو أي اسم مفرد plus has plus not. Then we add the past participle form and full stop. So subject, auxiliary verb, not, and the main verb. Here we have an example. So they have not read many books. Another example, he has not read many books. إذن في حالة النفي نضيف not بين الفعل المساعد والفعل الرئيسي. And here we have another way. يوجد طريقة أخرى للنفي just by add never. فقط نضيف never. So it becomes I have never been. إذن هنا حالة نفي. فقط بدل not نضيف never. So here's the example. I have never read many books. He has never read many books. Now let's move to the uses. الاستخدامات. So we use the present perfect for activities or events in the past. للأحداث أو النشاطات في الماضي, but we don't know exactly time when they happened. ولكن لا نعلم متى حدثت في الوقت موعدها. إذن أفعال أو نشاطات في الماضية ولكن لا نعلم وقت حدوثها. Here we have an example. She's broken her leg. She's broken her leg. إذن متى كسرت قدمها لا نعرف موعد حدوث هذا الفعل. إذن حدث في الماضي ولكن لا نعلم متى. Number 2. To connect the action. لربط الحدث from the past to the present. من الماضي إلى المستقبل. إذن ربط الحدث من الماضي إلى المستقبل. For example, we've worked at this office for 2 years ago. إذن هم يعملون في هذا المكتب قبل 2 وما زالوا يعملون. إذن بدأوا بالعمل منذ 2 وما زالوا مستمرين في بالعمل في هذا المكتب. 3. Life experience. خبرة الحياة. إذن نستخدمها مع الخبرة. Here we have an example. Ali hasn't traveled overseas before. إذن علي لم يسافر قبل. إذن علي ليس لديه خبرة عن السفر. Now let's move to the keywords. كلمات الدالة. So here we have already, just, never and ever. إذن هذول الكلمات الدالة it comes يأتون بين the auxiliary verb فعل المساعد والفعل الرئيسي. For example, they have already watched the film. So they have already watched the film. So already comes between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. Another example, he's just cleaned his room. He's just cleaned his room. So the keyword comes between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. And here we have another keyword, yet, for, since, several, this week, this month, and this year. Another example, we've worked at this office for 2 years. Okay guys, now let's move to the fill the gaps of these sentences by using the present perfect. إذا أكمل هذه الفراغات لهذه الجمل باستخدام المضارع التام. Number 1. الجملة الأولى. So here we have empty. You empty to Paris. And here we have question mark. إذا هنا حالة سؤال. So you, it is plural. So we add have you traveled? Have you traveled to Paris? So here the answer is yes or no. So here we have the negative. So no, I haven't. Number 2. Nor empty this film several times. Watch. So here we have the keyword is several. And number 1, it is about life experience. إذا هنا نتحدث عن الخبرة. Number 2, here we have several times. So nor it is singular. So we add has watched. Why we add has? Because the subject is singular. Number 3, Sarah emptied the room yet. So here we have a negative form. إذا هنا لدينا حالة نافية. And Sarah it is singular. So Sarah hasn't cleaned the room yet. Number 4, I empty in Jordan since 2010. Then here we have the keyword is since. And I, it is plural. So I have lived in Jordan since 2010. Number 5, what empty she empty do? So here we have a question by using WH question. So she, it is singular. So what has she done? So the answer is full sentence. إذا الإجابة يجب أن تكون جملة كاملة. So she has already done her homework. Okay guys, so you have to write this in your notebook. Thank you for watching and I will see you very soon. Assalamu alaikum.